Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I kind of want to run you by my experience with GShock, kind of my GShock journey, so to speak. Talk about a few thoughts I have of the brand and encourage you. If you, like me, once upon a time, just never saw the appeal of GShock, you see them as big, ugly, plastic digital watches. They're ugly, they're gaudy, they're stupid looking. And you would rather wear a Seiko or a Vostok or a Hamilton. You know, I understand, right? They're not a traditional watch in the sense of the word, and they're not a piece of wearable tech like a Fitbit or an Apple Watch is. So they're kind of in a league of their own. And I think that's one of the reasons why some guys don't necessarily count them as part of their watch collection. Like, I'm wearing a traditional watch today. This is the Oris Hulk, beautiful green Aquis. I actually just spur of the moment purchased this from a local guy here, and a review is coming. But I love traditional watches, but I think I love GShock more, and it's a different type of love, if that makes sense. Because like I said, it's not a traditional watch, but it's not a smart watch or a piece of wearable tech. It really is at a league of its own. And it is it ugly? Is it stupid? Is it plastic in many instances? Yeah, absolutely. But let me tell you where the appeal lies. Because once upon a time, I thought they were stupid. I just was never interested. And my buddy Random Rob said, hey, I've got tons of them. I keep them in my car. I've got a bunch of them at my house. Let me send you a few. Just try them out, video them for your channel if you like, and let me know what you think. So, like a lot of you, I'm guessing, Random Rob gave me the GShock, I guess the GShock love, or the opportunity to fall in love with the brand. So he sent me a few. I tried a 5610, which is the tough solar square on a combi bracelet, and I was sold. I said, you know what? I kind of never gave these an honest chance, and after I did, I need to buy one. So I bought the 5610, same as him, except I went with the stealth version, the all black. I just thought that would go with everything, and I liked that it was a little different. And Rob actually gave me that combi bracelet, I believe for my birthday or for Christmas one year. And it's one of my favorite watches. And I think, well, let me think here. I think it's the oldest watch that I currently have. Because you guys know me, I buy and sell and trade a ton. And it takes, I don't know, it takes something real special to stick around. And the 5610 has definitely done that. I've been on some awesome adventures down in southern Utah. I've camped with this watch. I wear it regularly. I have a lot of respect for it. And so, like a lot of guys, this one GShock opened my eyes to the brand, and I started collecting more. And I actually only own two. I bought the Bling Master 5000. I first bought the Silvertone version, which I thought was going to be the one for me. It was kind of like, in an obscene way, it was kind of like a Patek, right? With the octagonal brushed bezel and everything. It was kind of like a Nautilus or an Aquanaut to a degree, right? As weird as that sounds. And I bought it. I did some videos on it. Actually, that one video is one of my top view getting videos of all time. I think it passed over 400,000 views not too long ago. But I ended up selling that. I've kind of had a meandering journey, but I bought the Bling Master, the gold version, and that is my all-time favorite GShock. And if I were, just silly wealthy, I would buy the all gold version because they made a few of those. I believe it was like, 30 or 50 full gold versions, and that is just so dang cool. But anyways, I bought the Bling Master. Those are my two GShocks. The other ones here are actually on loan from Robert. I'm going to be doing a video comparing these two, the full metal square versus the more affordable metal GShock in the square form. So we're going to be doing that. And then he also wanted me to check out this Casio Pro Trek, which is another affordable watch, not under the GShock brand, but obviously made by the same company. So those videos are forthcoming, but I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about GShock, my journey. I love the brand. And I see them a little differently as I see my standard watches, my Orises and my Seikos and my Rolexes and my future purchases, from Omega and from Zinn and other brands, right? They're GShock really is a league of its own. Now, my favorite obviously is the Square. That is, I don't know, I think it has awesome history, coming out in the early 1980s and staying relatively unchanged for the most part, you know, even 30 plus years later. So I like the history, I like the originality of the Square, I like how it fits, the comfort, the features, the fact that, you know, most days you can get atomic syncing ones that have a host of nice features. If you're into Bluetooth connectivity, you have that option on the Full Metal Square. And the more you get into the brand, the more you can kind of get sucked into it and get into the limited editions and the special editions and buying the silly, obscure models and becoming a collector, because there's some watch guys out there, they collect pretty much only GShocks, right? And there's actually a pretty decent scene for that, and I can understand the appeal. So in this little ramble, basically what I want to come down and say, if you haven't given G-Shock a chance, you know, you're into Breguet and you're into other brands like Tissot and Certina and maybe micro brands, you know, whatever you're into, traditional watches, give G-Shock a chance. Like, I know they're ugly. I know they're stupid looking. I know they're gaudy and silly in some instances, but I tell you what, if you give it an honest chance, chances are, or most likely, you'll end up feeling the same way about them as I do, and you'll want to have a couple in your collection. And hey, maybe you'll even go full G-Shock and you'll start collecting them and you'll own dozens or scores of them because they're really enjoyable. They're functional, they're practical, they're almost indestructible, and they're fairly affordable. Like, I know there's some that cross north of $1,000, but for the most part, they hover right around the $100 to $400 range. And for the money, I mean, I know they're very different from a traditional watch or from an Apple Watch, you know, a piece of wearable tech. They're just awesome. And I think they give you probably the most satisfaction per the money as opposed to a traditional watch or a traditional piece of wearable tech. So anyways, that's my G-Shock journey. I love G-Shock. Give them a chance if you haven't already. I think you really enjoy yourself. And I got to warn you, it is a slippery slope, but it's a very enjoyable journey. So anyway, stay tuned for comparison videos here on those two Squares, a solo review on the Pro Tech, actually a solo review and comparison of the Aquis Hulk, and actually just bought a Diver 65 too. So we've got some awesome content coming. Let me know if you have any specific questions. Check out Robert's channel if you haven't already. Again, he kind of got me into G-Shock, and I bet you he'll probably do the same for you if you give him a chance. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Reach out with questions or comments, and I'll see you in the next video.